Full preview. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look. Mel's power budget distributed abilities, pretty good spot. So he added more power to her bolster. We know it without pushing her poke. Use more about utility cards. Around frustration, putting less frustrating power. Okay, interesting. There's shifting her. Gwen changes have landed shape. Powered out of her scaling. Squishy AP one shot champ. She's a little bit too present right now, taking her down. Yeah, she's still like she didn't get nerfed last patch. She just got changed. It's just really rough. I think this is fine. She needs to get pegged down a bit. Annie! Changed Annie, aiming at increasing her satisfaction by moving a bit of power out of Tiber's sustained damage, which can be hard to feel and into her spells. That's interesting. I actually really love to play like Tiber's, focusing on the build on Tiber's with like Leandris and a Crystal Scepter. I thought that was really pretty fun, but it makes sense to shift a little bit into there. Make her more bursty and more skillful too, to just like not press R and just do a bunch of damage passively. It's fine. Syndra builds have been pretty heavily in the movement kite builds, and we're moving power budget out of that and a bit more into her actual burst purchases. So she has to build a bit more damage than AP. Yeah, so they're just like making her scalings better, I guess, and lower her base damage so she can't just build utility items and then still do the same damage. Zoe pretty absent for a while. I feel like Zoe is doing good, especially on support. Giving her a bump to her wave clear, and rather than a telegraphed against now, I can't push tempo as much as it feels like she should. Okay, that's fine. If they push the buff that, that's okay. Xerath didn't quite hit the mark. We're giving a small buff to his Q and his passive. Mid has been skewed, wanting to skew a bit more towards mid. I feel like Xerath is like OP. What? Tristana creep up. Happy she's not meta driven mid, but just generally too powerful. Yeah, she's doing a lot right now. Okay, let's look at the actual patch notes. Blitzcrank. Passive ratio up, damage up. So okay, so it's a little bit more tanky and a little bit more burst in his Q, barely, but some. Brand is getting buffed in the jungle again. Interesting. He might be okay with this. He might be okay with this. That's not great for Vi, because Brand is a pretty rough matchup, especially if you're playing Bruiser. Like, Assassin is okay into Brand. You can really punish him early game, especially if you get a play for level 6 and then you invade him, right? That's really, really good. Way. But that's going to be interesting. Maybe we're going to have to play him a bit. But yeah, this is not great for Vi. If it becomes Brand meta in general, it's not good. But I will lean towards playing Lethality into him. That's usually having success, especially if he goes, if it doesn't go Leandris early game. If it goes the Blaze item, you can actually mass him up real good in the early game. Play passive base damage, I'm guessing. Or explosion base damage buff. So we're buffing Hwei. I don't like that. Vi is pretty rough into Hwei. He's generally good into engage, as long as they can hold it off. And if he has a decent comp with him, it should be pretty easy. Mel also getting buff. I don't like that. Especially buffing passive. Yeah, this is rough. And making him more tanky. This is not good for Vi. Horrible matchup. And she's just annoying. I don't know. Renekton. Or damage buff. Okay. I haven't been seeing too much Renekton. It's fine. It's kind of whatever. Making him better in the late game, I don't think this is going to matter in solo queue. I think this is just like pro play buff. I wouldn't think anything more about this. Actually, just like pro play buff so it doesn't get completely outscaled. Shen. Oh my god, don't do it to me. We're actually buffing Shen. This is a pretty big buff. That's a big buff. Why to the W2, which is the by far most annoying thing about Shen? I mean, after his ultimate. Yeah, this is a pretty big buff. He's gonna do really good into those basic attackers top lane now. Like, his trading pattern is way better. And team fighting too, like his cooldown is gonna be so low. I hate that. Voice sucks into Shen. Singed! Passive cooldown down, so it's gonna moving around even quicker. I see. Noted. Noted. Singed also absolutely horrific for Vi. It is what it is. Sona buffs, more damage late game. Like somewhat early game, I guess, if you max Q. This is kinda whatever. I don't mind playing in Sona, that's why. Especially when you're playing like full damage, because she blows up and her R is like not that reliable. You can also go Serpent's Fang into her. So like full damage Vi, pretty good into Sona. I generally like that. It kind of feels like playing as Nami, just with like better scaling. And she usually, yeah. So I think this is completely fine. I like playing as Sona. Xerath. Yeah, that's the buff we saw. Buffing his damage a little bit slightly. I That's a refund per kill, I see. Yeah. That's pretty good for Xerath. I already think he's in a good spot, so I don't exactly know why he's getting buffs. I feel like he's super underrated. Like, his late game is unbelievable. You just press R, focus on that body down, and they can't play team fight. Like, he can kill them if he hits all the Qs, but like, if you think that it's gonna hit like 3 out of 6, 4 out of 6 late game, you can just like press on the ADC or the other mage on the enemy team before the fight start, and they actually can't play. They're almost dead after like if you hit half your Rs. So that's kind of insane. Xerath is gonna be pretty nasty. I like that they're buffing him mid. Vi loves playing in Xerath though. Both Bruiser and full damage Vi is good into Xerath. He doesn't have enough. Like, he's too easy to kill, right? And if you get a good flank on him, there's not much you can do. His stun is also like so predictable, so you can use your R to buffer. It's pretty good. Zeri buffs. I like that too. Vi is good into Zeri. Just natural counter. I haven't seen a lot of Zeri, so I feel like this makes sense. Zoe. Yeah, they're just buffing the wave clear. That's going to be really annoying. She already gets like easily prior. That's one of the reasons you do picks Zoe. I like that they're buffing her mid though, and no support, because support is already insanely good. So I guess that's one way to do that. Gwen. Okay, nerfing the only hit damage on E early game. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna slow her clear down slightly, which is good. Yeah, that makes sense. I think she's a little bit too OP on the Q too. Like, your Q is kind of crazy, and the clear speed is, yeah, it's fine. Like, Vi is good into Gwen, so I don't mind that it's like Gwen meta, to be honest. And, if you go full damage, you just completely one-shot her. Bruiser is pretty rough, because she just sustains on you, right, and one-shot you anyways. So I like to just go full glass cannon into Gwen and one-shot her. If she doesn't go tab ice, it's just like a really easy matchup. Lulu is getting nerfed. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, please. That is so good. That's a big one, though. 30 damage early game? Or 30 HP early game? That might mean an order less. This is actually pretty good. She's going to be more vulnerable early game now. She's been like so safe. She's a lane bully, scales well. I don't know. That feels good. Also, I don't think it's like a crazy nerf. I think Lulu is going to be good still. But people usually panic over this, so the win play rate is going to go way down. So I'm not going to have to ban Lulu anymore. That's pretty good. I'm banning her some. Tristana or CD going down? Or damage? No, it's going up early, sorry. And damage is going down a little bit. 50, not a little bit. That's quite a lot. It takes quite a lot of burst. Okay. It's kind of whatever. It's a annoying matchup for Vi, but it's also fine. I don't mind playing against her. She doesn't have any like CC except for R, but R you can buffer pretty easily. It's fine. I don't mind Tristana at all. But yeah, I don't hate that she's gone either. Or like not gone, but that's a lot of bursts taken away from her all-ins. It's gonna be way harder to get 2v2 kills. Yoni nerf. Thank goodness. Nerfing his damage on W. Yeah, I feel like his shield on W is even more nasty, but they're not going to take away that, I guess. I like playing Vi into Yoni, so I don't really mind him being strong, but he's been like way too strong. So I guess this is a decent nerf. The nerfing into tanks though, which I don't quite get, because he's working as an insane assassin, and he still kills the tanks because he's building like usually Borg. If he plays against them and just melts them with Q anyways. I don't feel like this nerf is going to do a whole lot, to be honest. Like, it is some damage, but like, it's not really a zombie he's killing it with, is it? It's just like autos and Qs. Knee. So I feel like this is a placebo nerf completely. Yorick is just, they don't know what to change yet, I guess. It's a nerf though, which is good. Probably to jungle. I like that. I like that a lot. He's pretty easy to play against as his Vi though, but he was just like been too broken. Yuumi is getting nerfed. I don't mind that. Like, nobody likes Yuumi. It's no fun. It is actually no fun. Passive heal and E-shield going down quite a lot. The E-shield is down quite a bit. Like, it doesn't make like insane difference, but quite a lot actually. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't like that they're nerfing the passive, because like it's the only thing that is skilled with Yuumi. I prefer they nerf the E more, but yeah, whatever. Yuumi, it is like fine to play Vi against anyways, because like no CC. Ahri, armor growth down. I like that. We can one-shot. W base damage down, that's good, because like she's just building Bruiser and one-shotting you with W and R, and it's so stupid. It's no skill. Yeah, then they're buffing the AP scaling on E. I like that. So they're trying to nerf the like Bruiser build on Ahri with like Rod of Ages Landers that we just played against, that is so tanky and just kills you with R and W, and it's no skill at all. I like that. I like that a lot. Makes sense. It's an overall pretty decent nerf, actually. It's a pretty decent nerf. Like, it says adjustment, this is a big nerf. I like that they want to shift her to more burst or more as an assassin. It's more skill expressive. Annie nerfing her HP, QAP up, AP scaling, W buffed, W cooldown down, R. Passive penetration going up. New. Oh, she's just getting 10, 12, 15 magic penetration straight up? No. And then they're nerfing the flame quite a bit though. Like, okay, so the burn is not going to do a whole lot. Auto attacks is getting buffed though. Okay, so the passive burn is getting like mega nerfed. Way more than like half. It's getting nerfed with like 60% damage. But the auto attacks goes way up, especially in the late game. Holy moly, those are gonna slap. So you gotta keep them off of you. The burn doesn't matter that much. But she's gonna do so much damage in late game now. She can build like she doesn't need to build a void unless they have like so much magic penetration. You can just go full glass cannon Annie now. I think you're gonna do crazy damage, by the way. If you go Ludens into Shadowflame or Storm Surge or all three, you're gonna do some insane damage. Like low elo, I think I would go this every time. You're just gonna one-shot everything. It's gonna be insane. I think this is actually Annie is gonna be pretty menace with this, going full damage. This is really good buffs. I like the change too, it makes sense, but she's gonna be awful. I don't like it personally. I think it's good changes for Annie. And it makes sense, but it's not good for Vi. Like playing Vi into Annie feels so bad. It feels so bad. It's better to play against this though. The problem with Vi, like she struggles into those burn mages who just like does damage no matter what. But Annie now, she's going to probably build more squishy, less of the burn items, and the Tibber is going to do less damage. So you can actually have outplay potential now compared to before. You try to go on her, you almost killed her, and then Tibers just slaps your ass until you're dead, or just burns you. It doesn't even slap you. So I like the changes. It's going to be more skill expressive, but if any play rate goes up, it's not great for Vi. So Syndra W slow going down quite a lot later. E damage nerfed, base damage. Scaling going up on E? Wait, what? What is this? No way. I guess it makes sense if they want to push her towards building AP. R base damage per R, AP ratio going up. She's gonna one-shot so insanely, by the way. She's gonna one-shot real good. But it's the same thing as Annie, right? She's gonna have to build more AP now, which is good, because now you can outplay her. Like, she's gonna, they're both gonna do some insane damage, Ari too. But everybody's gonna be more squishy, which is insanely good for Assassin Vi and Bruce Vi, because you can press R and you can actually kill them pretty quickly. So this is like good for Vi no matter what you build. I like that. You have outplay potential. It's not like great champs for Vi to play against. It's kind of skill matchups, and it's pretty bad. But like the way they're buffing them is better for Vi. Crypt Bloom going up, haste. It's not that easy to get haste, so I think that's good for many of them. I think Crypt Bloom is pretty good already, so but the buff is not that big, so I think this is fine actually. The voice stuff is pretty big. Opportunity lethality going up, and oh, the lethality gain going down. Wait, what? What does the 11 out of 5 mean? Anybody know? Is it swapped? Is it supposed to be 5 to 11 with the levels, and then it's going from like 7 to 11 and then 5 to 11 instead? It's still a buff, because like if 5 is like level 1 or like level 10 or level 9 or something like this. Oh, it's 5 seconds after. Oh, so the cooldown on it is going down and the lethality in general is up, or like the same when you have the passive. Oh, it is the cooldown. You're right. You're right. Yeah, it's time out of combat before you get to the thing, so that goes down late game. That's good. And 3 more lethality is pretty big. Okay, the opportunity is gonna be nice. I'm already building lethality or like opportunity when I can't afford Ghostblade on the first pack, or second item if I can't afford collector. I'm going opportunity, right? An opportunity might actually just like surpass collector now in general. And unless you like really want to get into Infinity Edge, like this opportunity buff is really big. This is pretty big. I think many champions is going to start building it actually. I think opportunity already is an insane item. Like I think people are sleeping on opportunity like crazy. It does so much damage. I've done some damage testing, and it's the cheapest lethality item. Except for like Umbroclave, but you're not going to build Umbroclave. But that's pretty insane. Overlord's getting buffed. This is actually good for Vi. This is pretty good for Vi. Vi loves HP and AD, right? It's what she scales amazing on. I think you can actually build overlords on like 4th item now. That's going to be interesting. I like that. I'm going to have to do some testing and see how these numbers add up and like see how good the item is on 4th. But it might be worth on 4th now. If you go like Sunder Sky, Black Lever, Sterax, Overlords, or like either Spirit Wizards or Randuin's 3rd if you need one of those, it might be actually worth buying on 4th. I'm gonna have to do some testing, but like 5th and 6th item, absolutely Overlords is looking pretty juicy now. You're gonna do a lot of damage. That man's played slow resist going down, so we're still not gonna buy this on Vi at least. I think this nerf is kind of whatever. It's a nice change. The slower assist is just annoying. Okay. Overall changes. They're trying to make Vi's life miserable with all of the champions they're buffing, except for like okay, Xerath, Sona, Zeri. So it's actually not that bad. Like when I was starting reading these first champs, it was like, okay, they want to make my life miserable, but it's actually fine. I think these nerfs make sense. It feels good. Darius Jungle, I don't mind that much, honestly. If you don't like him, I don't think it's that good. And Vi does actually fine into him. If you go full damage, especially like the meta Darius items, it's like Ghostblade, right? And you can just absolutely one-shot him if you also go Ghostblade or Hubris. So yeah, but yeah, the opportunity is going to be insane. We have to look into opportunity first item, actually. Or second, at least. It's going to be a banger. I think opportunity is going to be really good. If enemy team is squishy, I think you absolutely go Ghostblade Opportunity Collector now. And Overlords, we're going to do some testing for fifth item. That's going to be cool. Other than that, I think it's overall like good changes. Mages going to be squishier. Like these mages are going to be squishier. I think it's nice changes overall. I think these changes make sense too. They make the mages more skillful. So I think overall W patch by right. Some of these buffs I don't really get, but also many of them were kind of placebo. The nerf Dione is super placebo. Don't know why. Lulu is actually fine. Gwen nerf is nice. Not like crazy. It's not that much damage, but it is some, and it's gonna nerf the clear speed, which is good. But yeah, not bad, not bad. I'm gonna be excited. Nice to have some like actual changes for Vi that is like possible to do now. All right, Zidu. All right, Zidu. Not a bad patch, right? Not a bad patch. Not the best, but not the worst. I'll take it.